Hi, Elizabeth. We spoke last time about some anxieties that you were facing with your graduate program.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me more about that today.
Well, in the state of Michigan, we have to have 3,000 hours of postgraduate work, and so that kind of sets me back. I'm thinking, how would I ever do that?
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to accomplish it within 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at my master's program, and I'm looking at, okay, how do I set all this up? And I just got an email from Liberty about get ready for your practicum in the summertime. So there's that, and then there's the internship. And I'm just looking at all those hours and how would I do it? How long would it take?
Mm-hmm.
So that's really kind of that's like a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Tell me more about the background of your education.
I have a degree in management administration, a degree in journalism, a degree in pastoral counseling, master's degree, and then this degree that I'm starting. Yeah.
Tell me some of the similarities and differences that you may have experienced with your pastoral counseling degree as well as this one.
Oh, it's a good question. There's a lot of similarity. This one has more, of course, techniques. It's more structured course in terms of professionalism, which I really like. The other one was very good with like theology, spirituality, sifting your character, writing about that, even having other people write about that for you, kind of evaluating you. As a matter of fact, they had the family evaluate you. And that was a hoot, and so that was great. But this program, I really appreciate all the work that they've done, and I can see it, and it feels good.
Great. So it sounds like with all of the requirements with this master's program, that it may be a little overwhelming.
Well, that part is. I mean, I think the classes are, I don't think the classes are difficult.
Mm-hmm.
They're time consuming, but they're not difficult. So far.
Mm-hmm.
I do have to take a statistics class, so we'll find out more about that. But, it's not difficult as much as it is intense sometimes. But it's doable. It's just all those hours, and where do I get that practicum and the internship, and then all those other hours, 3,000 hours. That's a lot of time.
That is a lot of time. Explain to me some of the coping methods that you may have with all of this that you're juggling.
Exercise. I try to go to the gym every day, and so that's fantastic. Other coping would be actually enjoying friendships and being with friends, and just making sure that I have a well-rounded life. And of course, most of all, a lot of prayer, and just trusting God. So it's very good.
That's great. Well, it sounds like you already have a large amount of coping methods in your arsenal, so that's great.
I didn't mention chocolate. Chocolate is a part of that.
Yes. Yeah, that's great. So explain to me more about your plan to get all of those hours.
That's a good question. I actually don't have a plan. I'm just kind of out in the wilderness with that. I don't know. I did look at the practicum list on Liberty's website, and I have not contacted anyone yet. So that's something I need to do. I need to think about that, just, realistically. So I guess I better start doing that.
Tell me about some of the things that you would like to achieve in counseling.
You mean as a professional?
As a client.
As a student?
As a client.
As a client. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so I would really really like help with accountability
Mhm.
in looking at those things, how I'm going to manage those hours,
Mhm.
and encouragement
Mhm.
to go forward. And I think too, just someone to tell me about my, some areas that I'm kind of weak in,
Mhm.
um, because I think that'd be very valuable. As my counselor telling me, pre-counselor,
Mhm.
what I need to work on.
Yeah, I definitely think we could achieve that.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that.
And you mentioned encouragement.
Hmm.
Explain to me what that would look like to you.
Well, I think just someone to help me um, see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Mhm.
or give me examples of how to get through something like statistics. What are some of the maybe ways of just managing that, which is not a natural thing for me. None of that math is natural for me. So maybe some ideas, and yeah, that'd be great.
So you mentioned encouragement. Tell me some of, and you also mentioned your faith.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me some of the ways that you are encouraged through your faith.
Well, praising the Lord. That's always an up. I will also just go, God, what's going on? I speak to the Lord. I enjoy God, praising Him, being, um, in community with others. So that's encouraging. How does that fold in with me? I think it just rounds out well-being, and of course, my devotional times. God's really speaking to me through that.
Great.
Yeah.
And devotional time can also definitely be a good coping method for the
Mhm.
overwhelming feeling that you may feel throughout this.
Yes, that's a good point.
Tell me more about some of the support systems that you may have outside of your faith community.
Well, that would be, I have, I guess this might sound a little funny,
Mhm.
but after a while, I just need to laugh, kind of.
Yeah.
So on my study breaks, I'll get YouTube videos of John Christ or some comedian, and I just watch that and just just laugh.
That's
And
great.
yeah, I mean, it's fun.
Mhm.
And I do enjoy life. So, I go to cultural events. I love the outdoors. And I just enjoy that kind of thing. So that is helpful.
That's great.
Yeah.
So tell me more about the feelings that you experience throughout this journey.
Questioning how this is all going to work out. Just exactly how I will manage it, under what settings. I think it's important to know myself, know my values, and then place myself in those settings. So, exploring that, and being, kind of good to myself by putting myself in those settings and making that work out.
So correct me if I'm wrong. You're feeling anxiety with this overwhelming feeling?
I'm feeling like I'm curious as to how it's really going to end up. I really don't have a clear picture of that, And I was thinking today about that verse, "A people without a vision shall perish."
Mhm.
So I need to have a vision as to what that is. So is it anxiety? Maybe, but to me it's more of a curiosity,
Uncertainty.
Yeah, uncertainty, because I've always had goals and known what I'm supposed to do, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to say, and this is a whole different ballgame.
Yes. Well, I definitely appreciate you sharing all of that with me, and I'm glad we could set some treatment goals for you
Mm-hmm.
throughout
Good.
this session.
Yes, I am too. Thanks so much.